Hey everyone, Dana with the OT Guide. Today I'm going to show you how to teach your little ones to put on socks. Many kids learn how to take off their socks independently right around the 18th month mark, and they learn how to put their socks on with assistance around 3 years of age. So if you have a child or a student who's struggling to learn how to put their socks on, this video is for you. It's first going to go over a quick warm-up activity, and then it's going to jump right into the lesson. If you like what you see today, as always, please feel free to like and subscribe to my channel, and let's check it out. For the warm-up activity, all you need are scrunchies or hair ties or rubber bands, anything of that sort. And what our child is going to do is they're going to sit on their bottoms on the floor, having one foot extended, the other foot behind for support. And they are going to practice taking their scrunchies, putting it over their foot, and pulling it up as if they were putting on a sock. This activity is challenging the underlying skills that they would need to be able to put on their socks, so that's why we're doing it as a warm-up. Really, specifically what I want to see is I want their thumbs to be inside the scrunchie. I don't want them to get into the habit of pulling the scrunchie out like this. I want them to know which finger is their thumb, and they put it on the inside and they pull, and that's when they stick their foot through and pull up their scrunchie. As you can see, I've made purple dots on each of my thumbs. You can use that as a visual cue if your student doesn't know which finger is their thumb. And they're gonna practice, before they practice putting on socks, putting on scrunchies on their foot. Since this activity is using rubber bands or scrunchies, this is a choking hazard, so adult supervision is required. After your child can do the warm-up steps sufficiently on their own, the next step is teaching them how to put on their socks. I recommend using a sock that's slightly big on your child's foot, but not too big, and it must have a different color heel and a different color toe. This is a good visual cue for our kids because getting our socks in the right position on our heel and on our toes and oriented correctly is the trickiest part about putting our socks on. Next, you're gonna have your student sit on their bottom, again on the floor, like we did the warm-up activity. Their back leg is supporting them, like this. And you're gonna cue them to lift their foot up so their toes are in the air. I like having our children sit on the floor and supporting themselves with this base of support, just because it's not challenging their balance. But you could also have them do this activity in a chair. Next step, you are gonna do something called backwards chaining. So you are gonna do most of the work in the beginning. You're gonna take the sock, scrunch it up, pull it all the way, so it's almost at the heel. And all your child is gonna do is they're gonna use their thumbs, like we did with the warm-up, put their thumbs inside and pull the sock up. So first step is them mastering pulling the sock up from this point forward. The next step, you are going to have them do a little more work. So you're only gonna pull the sock up to about here. They're gonna insert their thumbs, pull the sock all the way up. The next step, you are just gonna have them put their toes in the sock, and you're gonna cue them again to pull the sock up. After they can independently pull their sock up, the next step is to teach them how to put the sock on themselves. What you're gonna do, again, is backwards chain. So you're gonna take the sock, you're gonna do most of the steps and have them do the last step. So you scrunch up the sock and then you cue them to put one thumb in on one side and their other thumb in on the other side, and they are going to put the sock on the foot, and then they already know this part, they're gonna roll the sock up. So again, you do the scrunching piece, and they put their thumbs in like so, and they do the rest of the work. The final step, and the trickiest step, is teaching your child how to scrunch up the sock on their own. The simplest way to do that is, again, take both of your thumbs and show them that we want our thumbs to touch the toe part. We want the thumbs to be inside the green area. So I'm taking my thumbs and I'm pulling the sock onto my thumbs, pulling until my thumbs are all the way touching the green, touching the toes.